Hi friends, host Eric here, host of Talking with Famous People and quadrabbling enthusiast for sure. One thing that I realized today is that there is inverse quadrabble. There has to be. There has to be inverse quadrabble. If there's quadrabble, there has to be inverse quadrabble. So, the opposite of an INTJ is another ENTP. There will be ENTP, ENTP, be two ENTPs. The opposite, and I mean by opposite, I mean opposite the way me and Megabro are opposite. So, the opposite of ISF, I can't look at my charts. I have no idea what their numbers are. So, I have to think it through. But anyway, I need the opposites. What are those? So, that's the quadrabble. The opposite quadrabble. The quadraposite. Okay, so we have the quadrabble and we have the quadraposite. Now, I want to experience a quadraposite as well. So I need, if you are willing to continue helping from my last video, I was asking for help, finding me SFJs. Can we also, if you have friends, random people in your life, whoever they are, I don't give a fuck who it is, anyone. But all I care about is that they clearly self-identify as that and have for a while. Okay, so whatever type that is that it makes up the quadraposite, I want to, or the quadrabble is, okay, look, for the fucking quadrabble is such a funny word. Anyway, for the quadrabble, I want people who clearly identify as that type. Also, I want that's the only stipulation. So, yeah, I need a couple of more people. I know enough INTPs. I got that. That's not a problem. Basement Overlord or somebody else could be INTP, but I need the other two. So then I need to figure out what the quadraposite is. And the quadraposite, I want to get those four together. I want to see just how awful it is. What are we going to experience? What's the opposite of elation? Despair? Are we going to experience despair? I want to get the quadraposite together and experience some despair. But what we need, standing by, we need a quadrabble standing by to counteract the despair with elation. I want them back to back. We must have quadrabbles and quadraposites. Oh my god, I'm so excited. When this actually happens, when I actually have a quadrabble and I find out if there's real elation that occurs. I mean, I'm pretty elated just thinking about quadrabbling. So, but that's by myself. Will you stop fucking licking me? I am so tired of that. Yes, I love you too, Compton, but please don't lick me. Let's talk, if she sees bare legs, because right now I just have on shorts. She comes and licks my legs. It's very annoying. So that's the example. Okay, what we just witnessed right there is an example of what will happen. First, I'll have the quadraposite, and are you going to be my quadrabble or my quadraposite? What do you think? Well, first I have the quadraposite, and then when we're all like, oh, we need to have, of course, then you need to have 4 quadrabbles standing by, because one for each person. No, 3, because the ENTP, no, you still need 4, because you still have 4 people. You need 4 quadrabble, you need the people in place for 4 different quadrabbles to hold 1 quadraposite safely. In order to safely hold 1 quadraposite, you have to have 4 Quadrabbles ready, waiting to go to help all the members of the Quadrableposite healed from the despair, which is interesting. If you think about it, it's like the mechanism there would be that if you like, I mean, it works both directions, right? So like, if you make one set feel despair, then to cure each member of the set of despair, you have to break them apart, and then each of them has to experience elation in a different set, right? So the total amount of despair or elation is 0 at the end of it, but it's diffused. No, is it the total amount of, well, I don't know. No, it's not. It's, right, the total amount of, well, the total amount of elation, the total amount of per capita is 0, right? The total amount of stuff per capita. But no, because the elated ones just get elated. I don't know where I'm going with that idea. Anyway, I like the idea of, though, it requiring, I think that's good. I think it's good to be safe. That, you know, and this is, we'll put this on the Quadrabbling license. Yeah. If you send me the $8 in coins, I'm not suggesting anybody who watches this show sends me the $8 in coins. But what I really want is for some random person who doesn't know anything about talking with famous people, would be the ideal circumstance that they send me $8 in coins, and then they find out about talking with famous people after they get the Quadrabbling license, right? That would be ideal, but that might not be possible. Because then then they'd really be getting something for their $8, right? They'd be getting a Quadrabbling license that is useless, of course. But, well, I mean, it's not useless. You can use it to Quadrabble safely, is the thing. But the problem is, the reason that when I say it's useless is most people just aren't going to want to do all the legwork that's required to prove themselves worthy of a Quadrabbling license. I mean, it's not easy. We don't just give them out to anybody. You gotta send me $8 in coins first. So, I mean, if that doesn't prove you're qualified, I don't know what does. Anyway, that would be ideal if they got the Quadrabbling license. And I'll explain on the Quadrabbling license that a lot of this, I mean, I can't tell you right now because obviously you're not a license holder. So you're not qualified to know what's required of a license holder. Yeah, you need a separate license for that. In fact, I was thinking the other day when I was really, really, this deep in Quadrabbling rather than just, it being one of my topics in circulation. It was, oh my God, the future is Quadrabbling. So much so that I went and got two domain names and coded one of them and installed the blog on the other one. So, I mean, when I said coded it, the first one, I coded a facade of a website, basically. It doesn't, none of the links go anywhere or do anything. Although I want to make them do stuff, but it's a website that looks like it's clearly a content management system. It's not a content management system, and to the extent that those links did go someplace, I would hand code it all. I want it, and it's the best way to do it. Content management systems disappoint me consistently, but if you have a lot of content and you want to manage it, then you're going to need a system. But I prefer the individuation of coding the page one at a time in Dreamweaver. Thanks for watching Talk with Fans, people.